Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. It is November 29th. We're going to review trades from Friday, half day. It was the day after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is closed. I didn't do a recap on Wednesday. I had a red Wednesday, unfortunately. Yeah, I had a pretty good morning and then I just got trapped. Of course, end of day, it just was ugly and grindy. But we're not getting into that. Okay. We're going to review 0-day options on SPY and the small account challenge. Yeah, so volume is very light today, which was to be expected. Half day, holiday week. Here's Eric's 30-minute chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. You can check him out. Let's see. So Tuesday we had that gap up, still in the screen buying channel, above 5-day, above 20-day. Looks like 5 days now crossed back over 20-day. Interesting. Broke out of that green selling precision, or not selling precision, but wedge or bullish controlled selling on Wednesday, and then Thursday was off, and this was just the last little Friday. Yeah, Wednesday had some good trades for this move, but then this backed me up. Friday actually did pretty good. For some reason, the low volume sometimes, like, sometimes it's trappy, but sometimes it's just moving slower. I don't know. When the market moves slower, I tend to do better, like, it seems like. Or just, I'm not sure what the data is. It's hard to track that because it's like, I don't know. Sometimes maybe my lines are just, I'm drawing them better, I'm seeing them easier, they're lining up. But for whatever reason, Friday felt pretty easy, felt low stress. The range was pretty tight, so I feel like that's part of it when I trade better. Kind of a tighter range and less volatility, but then you do get some stuff, that some manipulation type stuff that goes on when the volume's light, because the market can basically get moved much easier, so it is kind of sketchy in that way. The problem with the low volume also is that there are actually wider spreads, which I've not really noticed a whole lot. Volume is so low though, yeah, that the spreads were on SPY, I was like, usually it's about a penny, sometimes it'll jump to 2 pennies with higher volume and high volatility, but this was low volume, low volatility, just a lack of volume. It was 2-3 cents sometimes, even more. Trades I took were mostly tighter spreads though. Volume kicked up a bit. Anyways, yeah, let's get into it. I wasn't even really necessarily planning on trading, which maybe that's part of the reason why I can trade better. I was kind of in and out of the market, like, yeah, I was at my desk, I was away from my desk. That seems to help quite a bit. All right, this is delayed, I think. Yeah, 3 hours. So sorry, it's a little confusing. The 12, 11, 10, is that right? 43, is that my first trade? Yeah, I guess so. So got purple here for this buying, precision buying, and then gold for precision selling, and then have the red for the bearish controlled buying, and then the white for the bullish controlled selling. White came from these resistances and then this support. I kind of adjusted it later, and it lined up differently at this point in the day, but later it looked more clear like this. I think the red was about like that. I don't know when exactly I got all these, I can't remember. But yeah, so just building liquidity here. You kind of see it break white, retest. Got liquidity up here for inverse head and shoulders. Never completed the cup there. This is where magenta started building right here. Support here, resistance, resistance. Comes down, bounces again on white. Breaks it again, comes down and retests it. And this is also magenta down here for support. You see break it here again, retesting it, and then finally starts buying up in the purple. So not necessarily a trade here. I can't remember if I took it or not. Let's see. No. Ideally, I'd kind of, I guess, I mean, you could, I guess, if you're doing futures. There's not really any structure. So if you're taking it on a break, there's not really structure. Even on a retest, like you can take it on the retest if you have magenta in here for your stops. But the problem is, like, realistically, is it there? Is it down on that wick? Is it way up here? So, yeah, there is that. So that's a little tricky. A real tight little inverse head and shoulder here. You could take it on the retest. If you're taking it on the retest, you're basically trying or getting close to opening it up where you close it, so right at your stop. So usually risk is very low, but sometimes you'll do that quite a bit. So once you have purple, that helps also. This is also VWAP. So for all those reasons, this could have been an entry in one of these candles. Because you could have kept putting purple in here when it broke it and retested it, and you could have taken these for little scalps. On this break, on this retest, let's see, on this break, let's see, that's just like one candle. It would have been out right there. So this one, it kept going. Completed the cup. Where did I get in here? So a little head and shoulder up here. And so now that completing the cup, I was a little more bullish. We had broken out of the aggressive green buying. Liquidity was down here for sure if they wanted to take it down, and otherwise we'll just kind of keep grinding up. So I think that was kind of my mindset. 1043, huh? Let's see, 106, 144. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this was basically doing the same thing I was saying back here. Broke the white, completed this cup, completed another little cup, another little handle here. I actually tried to get filled. I think this was the time. Yeah, I tried to get filled down here. I wanted to come down and retest, and I would have market ordered. I didn't fully get down to retest either the white or this red. That's why I didn't enter here. I did have a limit order set once I saw this, because I kind of knew the price would be. Never filled, and then it ended up breaking here. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go long on this little retest. Went long there, 43. Close it on the next candle, right here as it broke back through. I didn't want to hold it if it wasn't going to buy up in this purple, basically, which it didn't. It broke it on that first little candle, which is fine. It's a tight stop for sure. Let's see, yeah, right there. So broke it and I was out because it could have melted down to here, and I had to hold for that. That was 106 to 97. Next trade, let's see, that was 682 strike, so that was actually just in the money. Next trade was at 1047. It was also a call. Okay, so this is when I started to identify this green. I was like, potentially there is, this was another reason why I got out of that. So once it broke, it didn't continue to buy like it did here. I was like, there might be a less aggressive, bullish controlled selling algo here. And with support right here, just these two little candles. And then the fact that it broke the white and then sold off below this, that's where I got that green from. And so now it's technically making a broadening wedge, because the white is the support and the green is the resistance. So you see this wedge broadening right here. So then I was like, well, I could wait for green to break. Ideally, if it came down here, I would just jump in, and then it'd be nice. Could be white would be support. Then I'd have upside to green if I did want to cut it. But I know this is my stop right here. So just finding your stops and finding liquidity and trading based on that. 1047. So it's a 1047. I think I got this one on the break. Yep. So it broke. I got it. I put purple in here for my precision, for a stop. And yeah, basically another little cup here with a little handle. Like I said, I tried to get in here, but it didn't quite hit my spot. So my limit order didn't fill either. Once it broke there, I got it and closed it. And then I put in this green. Once it broke green, I got back in here. So 47, opened it there for $1.05. Nice big full body candle. Little increase in volume. Volume was very light though anyways. Considered closing it here. What was I thinking here on this? I think there was some 30-minute. No, there really wasn't. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know if I had the red one here or I just had that one up there. Yeah, I don't think I had it that exact. I think I was kind of waiting for purple. So this candle is kind of crazy. Huge wick down. Good thing I didn't have a stop on it. Usually my stops are just manual. Once I've put an actual stop loss and I'm kind of checked out a little bit from it, I'm expecting it to get hit more or less. So I try not to put stops until I've, well, I only have one contract. I don't hardly ever put a stop. Well, I guess that's not true, but I try and close it out manually because I'm usually not holding it very long. If it's not gonna be profitable, I'm usually out of it pretty quick. I'll know. And then if it's one contract, once it's in my profit target or breaks whatever buying or selling channel, I'm gonna close it. So if I have multiple contracts, that's where I'll put like the last one on a stop or something. Anyway, so this didn't stop me out, thankfully, and this became a nice candle. I didn't close on that one, though, I don't think. No, I didn't. So, had a red candle, and then I was trying to get out. I think I had a limit order. Yeah, I was being pretty nitty. I don't know if that's used anywhere else but the poker world. Yeah, pretty nitty on my my exits and my entries. Actually, I missed quite a few entries. I would say, well, some entries because I was just kind of limit ordering. The moves weren't very large at all, so I was just being kind of a tightwad, put it that way, which I like, but you do then miss trades sometimes. So thankfully I didn't close on this red. I was actually waiting for purple to break, and this one triggered my alarm. So I think actually that's why I broke it. It was another like 15 cents maybe up here, so it was a lot better exit, but this didn't correspond with any of my lines. So this triggered my alarm, and it actually very likely could have kept going. I kind of thought it did because it just wicked down there. I was like, oh shoot, this thing's about to rip. But I closed it there anyways, and then it didn't end up ripping. I didn't feel too bad. So nice little profit, $1.05 to $1.18. And then 11:30. So I was looking for potential for a retrace trade here, and so that's where this one kind of came in. This red. What did I say? 11:30. I didn't catch it, but you can see how it formed pretty nicely. You got liquidity here, first shoulder, made a head. If you have your precision selling the gold, once you start seeing the big volume candle and engulfing, you could just jump in there trying to catch it and just have your stop. With this, more confirmation will be breaking this red, and then even more will be retesting it. So we had all that. It broke it, grabbed that liquidity, came down, retested it. The reason I didn't get in here, yeah, I guess because I was thinking possibly it will find support on this green, because this also could be just a retest of this green algo, it breaking that, retesting that, even though it did break this magenta, which is I guess the tapering algo. So after it breaks that, it's more bearish, but it could just be building liquidity in a larger range before it heads up, which it is doing. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process of right here, because I was kind of late on it too. It was like here, and I'm like, well, I don't know if it'll break through green necessarily. This could just be a retest. And where'd my stop be? I didn't know how to manage my risk, because this was all I had right here. I had the red, and then I had the white, and I didn't want to hold it all the way up till here if it made it all the way back up here. Because this is a head and shoulder, and this very well could have even pulled up past that. It could have come up here and rejected the liquidity there, I think. It could have made it all the way here. Of course, it could have just kept going too, not even come down. But regardless, I couldn't really manage my risk on that move. I could have if I got it on the break. Maybe, yeah, if I held through it. And I guess on the retest, but yeah, sometimes I'll take those like just on a retest, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's looking good, but again, the green being here kind of threw me off. I thought, I don't know if, anyways, came down. VWAP would have been a great close on it. And then this is a trade I want to start taking more. Breaking of the steepest precision selling or buying. But there's sometimes it's good, other times it's just gonna start chopping. So gotta identify that. If it's bouncing off of support, it's probably a good spot to take it. In this case, it wasn't really, it was VWAP. So I don't think I took that, no. But to start buying back up in purple. And then, yeah, then when it breaks green like that, so it's not building liquidity on green there, so that one I could actually get rid of. It's just, but I don't know that at the time, right? So that's where I'm like, well, what's going on? I think it is buying up in this magenta or this red, and it's still kind of using that as resistance. But it kind of just chops and grinds in, and And there might be less aggressive channels here that I'm not seeing that it's actually in between. Yeah, to me it just looked like the buying was tapering off. And they also weren't building liquidity to go long. So it's kind of dead. We had nice resistance up here at that point. But I think I had a couple red trades right there. Probably. I don't know, this one was green. Let's see. $11.30. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, did I really do that? I did. This was actually a great trade. Okay, so I did. I just talked about how I want to do that. I forgot I took that. So, but this had a lot to do with patience. It came down, it broke this, and big green candles, and I was like, man, that would have been a good entry there. But then I was like, well, I don't know how far it's going to go up. This is a zoomy trade or a retracement trade. I was thinking maybe I'll get puts when it comes up here, or maybe when it comes up to green I'll get puts. I'm like, well, realistically we're still bullish. We haven't completed like larger inverse cups. Could just be VWAP bounce. So probably trying to go long on a dip. I mean, you could go either way, but yeah, if there's going to be continuation at this point, it'd be to the upside. Because there's been no downside yet. So with all that thinking, yeah, I kind of flipped back and forth in my head a couple times, and I'm happy with what I came up with. I started to see this red candle. I'm like, wait, I should be going long. This is VWAP. It did break this, but there's a nice potential to move at least up to white, maybe up to green, maybe even high of day, you know, and then maybe keep going because it's inverse head and shoulders. So yeah, on this red candle, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get it, and I already drew this red, even though it hadn't showed support on it, but I was like, this will be my stop. Big red candle. I got it. Did I get it on that one? I think I got it just after that. No, I got it on that candle, but it wasn't down here. It was like up here. Got into a call. This one was hard for me to manage though. As far as to the upside, like where do I take profits on it? I think, yeah, I only held it for 4 minutes. It was 32 cents and I closed it for 48 cents. So it was a nice percentage. Let's see, where did I close this thing? Closed it on this candle. So, I don't know why exactly. I guess, yeah, I don't know why exactly. I think because the way that candle looked, that big doji at the top. To continue to go up further, I was thinking I'll close it here. I can re-enter up here if it breaks it and retests it. It gives me a nice structure. That's all. You can always re-enter. I guess, okay, I was thinking green. So it wasn't quite to green, but it was close with this one. And the way that candle looked, I think also I'd probably close it like here. So I'm happy with the close. It's nice. 32 cents to 48. Let's see, 11. So that's... Then I overtrade a little bit in here. 16 to 12.18. Oh. So yeah, I went through the chop. Okay. Yeah, you can see my thought process here. It's buying up in the red, breaking green, coming down, retesting it here, which I didn't get in there. And it just felt late to it, but I did get in here because that was closer to magenta, so closer to my stops. It came up and then ended up not breaking out of the green. So I was kind of trying to catch a low there, anticipating the green break again. But it broke it here, and so this is to me as a retest, and then the fact that we're also close to my magenta, which is close to my stop. That's why I jumped in there at 16. Yeah. Closed it out on this candle, actually. I didn't want to hold these things. I really didn't. It's such a small range and low volume sketchy day. It dinged my bell, and I closed it. Little loss there. 42 cents to 37, not bad. So I didn't have too bad of fills. When the range is so tight, like, you're not going to have a huge loss, which I like. Next one was another small loss, 36 cents to 34 cents. 19. Oh, yeah. 19 to 21. So I actually flipped. I almost did. The reason for it is because then it broke the red, and it was the right idea. It just was selling in such an ugly thing, I couldn't manage it. But yeah, got it here, and I got a really bad fill. That was part of the problem. Where did I close that thing? Yeah, actually I closed it on this candle. That's weird, I closed it there though. But yeah, I was looking for a move back to potentially for a VWAP. I don't know why I closed it there. I think just because my fill was so bad, I was like, I'm out. Yeah. Did I try and do it again? Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, 19 to 21. Let's, yeah. Oh, it was on that candle. Okay, so opened it on this one, got a bad fill, wasn't patient enough. This would have been a nice trade actually right here. This was a nice little retest on red. That's actually where I closed it, unfortunately. I was like, I just didn't want to manage it. But yeah, could have held down. Let's see. Realistically, you would have to keep holding through all of this because I'm looking for VWAP with what I have drawn here because it's broken my white selling. It's still in green selling, but that's pretty slow. So yeah, it's just kind of a grind down, which is sketchy to hold unless you're in futures or have runners, I guess. Yeah, so close that one. What did I say? 36 cents to 34. Next one was another little red trade. Lots of little red trades. I think it was almost red at this point. No, this next trade I think put me red. 328. Let's see. So that's what, 11. What was this? 12. 12, 28. 28 to 29. Let's. Yeah. So I still wanted that trade. Little head and shoulder. Same idea here. I just got back in it here. This was ugly though. I think I just got some bad. Yeah, I got an awful fill. I got filled in here. It did this, and then it does this, and I'm like, I gotta stop. I just got out right there. This one was annoying. That was pretty frustrating because that's just kind of a symptom of kind of over trading a little bit, and like trying to catch the move, not being content to let the move go without you. That's kind of a sign of it right there. Because I had the right idea, couldn't manage it here, got out, started to do it, and then I tried to get back in. It's like, unless it's selling aggressively, it's just sketchy. And yeah, higher volume day maybe, but no, not today. So I mean, realistically, well, my stop was probably coming back up into the magenta, or maybe I didn't even know where my stop was, so I just stopped it, which I'm happy about. But yeah, that was a $5 loss. That was 40 cents to 35, which isn't good for this size account. And then I was done until 10-minute move. So all day we didn't do much. Came down, retested VWAP. This one was tricky, but I was right at this point. Had the 10-minute candle. I wouldn't have gone long here. We're at VWAP. It's in the last 10 minutes of the day. I had an alert actually. I was playing a game or something. It dinged. I was like, oh wow, it's 10 minutes. So big candle up here, end up wicking, and I got in like right here thinking it's kind of like a retest potentially, and it was. I bought one on this candle, and I accidentally got one way out of the money, so it was only 4 cents. Then I got another one on this candle, and yeah, ended up being beautiful. It went up to $1.90 if I got a great exit, but I didn't. I got it for 47 cents. So from here to there, went up really nice. So the first one I closed, the 4-cent one, I wanted to get out of pretty much as quick as possible. I put a limit order for that one for 5 cents, and that one closed. Let's see, on this candle. So got out of that one. I was kind of looking for high of day as a take profit point, and so close that first one, and then we had a red candle, and then this broke my buying, so I had to close it. So I cut the other one right here, unfortunately. So got it for 53 cents, so 47 to 53. I was grateful though. I mean, I had the right idea. I caught the move, got a pretty good entry, and it was still a green trade. And it actually made me from red to green on that trade, given small green day. And if I actually held for a little more of this action, it would have been pretty good green day actually, which is crazy on random half day on holiday. Yeah, that late in the day, it's kind of, yeah, it's risky. It's all very risky. So trying to because this was very close. I mean, it was going in and out of green to red. I mean, you know, it's very fast, last 10 minutes. So move worked though. Just needed to be able to hold it a little longer. I don't know if there was a different algo, different channel I could have helped to manage me a little bit better. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, so that's it. Let's see. Yeah, nice little green day. So after my first couple green trades, I had like a couple green trades. I was up more than this, and then I traded all away and went a little red, and then came back up basically with that last move. So I felt really good about the trading though. I felt good about my trades this day. Yeah, I was just pretty confident. The retests were happening, you know, where I was drawing. I was happy I took this trade. Like this one really like stretched my mind. Just to get in on the entry of that red candle. It's like, why, if you're just looking at naked charts, like why would you get calls right there? And that's where the kind of the power of this strategy works. It's like, you're not looking at hindsight. Like, why are you gonna get that? And yeah, you've got my yellow VWAP line. Like there's a lot of different moving averages you could do, but other than that, it's like, yeah. So happy about that entry. Happy I got that 10-minute move actually. And even though I didn't manage these right in here and it made me red on those, the thesis was right. I have a nice head and shoulder there actually. It's just bad selling. I just need to execute a little better with patience on retests. Like that retest, that would have been good. Yeah, and then my trade in the morning, yeah, happy about that one too. So hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And Merry Christmas. Yep, we're saying Merry Christmas now that Thanksgiving's over. Peace out.